Okay, so last question, and then we'll go eat food. Jon has kindly prepared a bunch of food for us.
He's taken off every leaf.
We'll go offline and then we'll go offline and just talk shit for the next couple hours. The number one question, which always gets asked, and I have sort of an answer for it, and then curious what your guys' experience was. Everybody says, "How do I get an internship? How do I get hired?
Wow.
How do I connect with a big producer? How do I do that?" And we've answered versions of it over time, and everybody's got different answers for how they hire people. Is it the case that, if not everybody, at least the vast majority of time, that you guys have either been hired when you were starting out, or hiring somebody is the recommendation of someone else? Mm-hmm. Is that pretty much the case? Do you guys take resumes and I feel like the times I've gotten hired is because of something I did and somebody said you should meet this person. The times I've hired people has been they've come highly recommended. And certainly there's other aspects to it, but is that the case? I mean,
no one's hiring an intern because of what they've done. You know what I mean? Because they're always starting out. It's basically either a recommendation and I think one thing that throws it up, there's times that a lot of times people have come recommended, but they're just a little too eager and too just I was like, dude, I don't want you in my session. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
If I'm recording or if I'm in a
eagerness.
room and the guy who's an intern wants to start playing beats for the artists in the room. So there's a lot of stuff like that happens, but I don't know. It's just I also came up I came up through the traditional studio internship.
How'd you get the gig?
First day out of Full Sail, I got in a U-Haul.
You're a Full Sail guy.
Yeah. Got in a U-Haul, rode all the way to New York City, went to the interview, got hired right away. Amazing. 3 months later, they fired someone to hire me as GA. And then I started working at Blast Out, which was a hip hop studio, same time. And it was just, I was in an indie rock studio during the day and a hip hop studio at night. And I
think recommendation works the best. For example, like if Bainz were to offer somebody to come work for me, for example, I know that if Bainz is giving it to me, I know what level of work he demands. Yeah. And I know that I'm right up there with him. And I know that and same with me, I'll never recommend someone to him that I even have a doubt about. Just because
your reputation.
Because of my reputation. And same with Jon. If Jon was like, yo, you should really use this guy, I would listen to him because I know what level of work he's working at. And so that person can't be fucking, you know what I mean, any bad at all in any way.
But that person still it doesn't help the Discord kids because that person still has to get to Bainz. That person still has to get to Jon.
The answer is...
Well, it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah,
it could be...
No, but you know what I mean? But
totally.
But that's somebody who's already started.
But
you know what I mean?
But I think that's part of the challenge of this is that there's a lot of people who are doing this, and really the best way to be successful or to get to the next level or whatever is do great things with the people around you.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have the work and they talk about you. I mean, it's
and do it in parallel. Don't, because I think I caught a break with Eric, so did you, but that wasn't, all my eggs weren't in that basket. I always, and he really nurtured this, and I think that's the sign of a good mentor, where he was like, look, do your job, and I'll teach you things, but he's like, do stuff on the side. So when we were done with the sessions, I was working on projects and doing that. A lot of seeds. And I think everyone has this idea that there's a job. And it's like, oh, you're going to take care of me. I'm just going to work for you full time. And it's like, maybe that is the case. But I would say most of the time is I want you for certain things. And then but go and do stuff on your own. So I don't always have to find things for you to do. Or,
right.
Also, everybody when I was starting out, you don't want to push it on people. But other bands that I was producing independently, I would just roll down to the Viper Room at the time or the Whiskey or the Roxy or talk to people and be like, hey, I've got a DAW, I'll produce your record for, nothing, just because I was trying to get the mileage on it.
Right.
But when I was working for Fields or when I was working for Cavallo, eventually, and it's not 6 hours in, it's 6 months in, they'd be like, hey, what are you working on? Or when I was working with Cavallo, Warner's was trying to sign one of the bands I was working with. And they're like, holy, wait, the guy who's tuning my vocals also produced, and that's kind of how I went through so I think that at least in my head, you really hit the nail on the head, which is that you have to be doing a bunch of shit. And what you were saying is that the shit that you were doing has to be good.
And the people around you. We talk about this is part of the reason we're doing this. It's the community that you build. You look at other communities and whether people are watching this thing and looking at us how do I get it? Do your own thing. You'll overlap with people. You'll meet different people. Your career will evolve. But make records with the people around you. Yeah. Make the best records possible and build each other up. Because that's how you'll all have the best chance to succeed. Thanks for watching.
Just a reminder, all of this content is free. There's no secret knowledge here. There's no Patreon. We don't read ads. We don't have sponsors. We're just trying to build a knowledge base. All that we ask in return is that you share it with somebody. Thanks so much.